Hey, it's Joshua here. I cut grass, and it's September the 27th, which is a Tuesday. It's in the morning, about 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. And right now, I'm on my way driving back north, back up to Hamilton County, which is where I live, because I drove all the way down to Greenwood, Indiana this morning, which is about a 40-minute drive one way, 45 on the way down. For an aeration that I had scheduled, and for a guy who told me that the markings were done. And I get there, and the 811 markings weren't completed. The most important and really the only utility marking that we could even possibly come into connection with, which is the internet/TV line, wasn't marked. So I'm driving 40 minutes back. I mean, it's an hour and a half, just a big waste of time and gas. And of course, I'm thinking of some ways. I've been doing this for so many years, but now that this has happened, maybe this is what I needed to have happen, to really add another step in scheduling someone for work to be done on their home. But it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. And this guy made a big deal. Originally, I was going to aerate his lawn for him yesterday, and with the calendar the way it was on the properties, I just wasn't able to get to him. Sometimes people come out and they talk to me as I'm working on their lawn, and it pushes my schedule back because it takes time. And you got to talk with the customer. So for those of you that live in states that do have a dig law that the utilities have to be marked, I would just verify and go so far as to list the colors of the flags that are in the lawn, to make sure that they're present, to help you so you can save some time. This is just an enormous waste for me at a time when I've got about 70 more yards on the schedule so far that I've got to aerate, and about half of those need seed too. I just don't have the time to waste. It's a first world problem. I'm going to be able to bounce back from it, but it's an aggravation. And these types of things, if you're in the industry, you understand that this is a part of business. There are going to be aggravations, and you got to ride with it, and you learn from it. And this is the farthest I've ever driven for an appointment that I couldn't see through. Now, I did arrive a little bit early. On top of that, I told him I'd be there by 10:30, and his garage door is open, and I rang his smart video camera doorbell twice, and they didn't respond. They didn't come. So I left a business card there under the sandal for further proof. Of course, he knows that the markings aren't done by me stating that the orange flags aren't there. But I didn't have time to hang out and wait for another 20 minutes for 10:30 to come, when I've already lost all this time, and I've got to make up ground now for it today. So I've got about 4 more aerations today, specifically because I've got an early evening for soccer for my son. So if you're out there and you're coming across this, just know you're not alone. These types of things will happen from time to time. You'll bounce back from it. Usually it will polish you up. And on this one, I think I'm just going to start having the cut service down to Greenwood. I've done it for people over the years as a courtesy, but I've got so much saturated business now up north in my book of business that there's really no need for me to come down here. So anyway, always double check with your customers that your property that you're going to work on is ready to be worked on, so that way you don't have to lose time by losing an entire day in some cases, or drive time, etc., for something that you can't do when you could be doing something that you can. I hope that you find this beneficial. I also hope, if you haven't already, that you would hit the like, or rather subscribe button to my channel, and help me get this information to more people. Okay, I want to help as many people as possible. Right now, I'm not making any money from doing this. Maybe I will one day. I don't know. I might be used as a platform for something else. But your help with passing my information along to other people, for YouTube specifically, would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate it, man. I'll be in touch soon.